Good afternoon, Tigers. For today's online enrichment, I'm going to summarize to you guys step by step on how to solve a Rubik's Cube. I've gotten countless requests during my time at Academir on, can you solve my Rubik's Cube? Can you solve my Rubik's Cube? I think this is a great way to finally release the mystery and the secret behind this puzzle. So we're going to go ahead and focus on the very first decision you have to make in solving this cube. You have to decide what color you want to solve for. So the center here, that lets you know what side this is. This is the orange side, the yellow side, the red side, the blue side, and the side I like to solve for, the white side. So the idea is the very first step to solving a cube is to get these pieces and these pieces to be white, but they're also supposed to match the centers that are here. This one does not belong there. Everything in this puzzle has its assigned location. We have to put everything where it belongs. So this is a white blue, for example. It belongs here, white blue. So all I'm going to do is turn it. So now it's white blue. The first ones are always easy to put in because there's nothing else to mess up. This one's in, it's locked. I don't want to mess with this one. Now I'm going to look at this one. It's green and this is green. It's exactly where it needs to be. So I don't have to touch that one either. Now I have to look on this cube to see if I can solve for these two sides. I'm looking for a white orange first. I'm going to find this one. Where's the white orange? It's here. White orange. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to match the orange to the orange center. It doesn't match yet. It doesn't match. Oh, look, it matches. White, orange. And I have to bring it up here, so I'm just going to turn it 2 times. And there it is. Exactly where it needs to be. And it actually just so happens this corner is actually where it needs to be. Orange, green. So our last middle piece for this side that we're going to look for is going to be white, red. Let's look for it. I think this one's it right here. Here it is, white, red. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to match the red to the red. White, red, red. It matches, and all I need to do to bring it up here is turn this side 2 times. I have a cross now, and I have a corner over here, exactly where it needs to be. What about the other corners? What are we going to do? We're going to look for them. I found one. It's blue and orange. That is this corner. This corner is blue and orange. So I'm going to go ahead and put it right here. How do I do that? Well, this is where it is, and this is where I want it to go. So I kind of just line them up. See? And then I bring it away from the corner because I want to bring this corner where it belongs down. And then I'm going to bring this one right on back. It substitutes that piece, and then I bring it right on up again. Oh, I guess this is the wrong piece. Look, this is red. This one doesn't belong here. Where's the one that I want? Oh, it's here. This is the right one. Blue, orange goes here. So I find the blue, I find the orange. I do the same process. I line it up. I push it away so I can bring it down, and I plug that piece right on in. Now I have all my oranges matching my orange center. And now we have to work on these other 2 corners. They are going to be looked for. Where can I find them? Oh, I found one. This white corner is going to be green and red. Where does it belong? Does it belong here? No. Green already has its orange. This piece is perfect. it belongs here. So we're gonna move the piece out of the way, bring this corner down so I can substitute the piece that's in there, and then bring it right on up. And now I have only one corner missing. Where is it? Right here. It's not lined up at all with the missing spot, so I'm gonna line it up. And now I have it lined up. I'm gonna move it away from that corner so I can bring that corner down and then push it right on in. And then up it goes. Solve for one side, first stage of the cube. All right, if you got to this point, that means you're ready for the next stage. Now, you'll notice that all these greens match this green. All these oranges match this center orange. The same can be said for all the sides. They all match their centers. If you did not get your sides to match the centers, you need to rearrange them because, like I said earlier, all of these have a assigned location. If it doesn't go where it needs to go, it won't be solved. So what's next? The second row now needs to match the center. So all these are supposed to be red. All these are supposed to be green. We're going to focus on these little corners that can be found here and here and here. Well, like we did earlier, we got to look for colors. So we're going to pick a corner. I'm going to pick this corner. I want to put the blue, red right there. But I have to find it first. Blue, red, blue, red, blue, red. Oh, blue, red. Found it. So what I got to do is the blue side, this blue is not on the top of the cube. It's on the side of it. So I'm going to line it up with the blue center and kind of make what looks like a T. So now what we're going to do is we're going to move it away from the red side. What that means is that this is the red side. I want to move it away from the red side, bring up the white side, and then just put it back. See? Then I'm going to try to solve for my white because look, I kind of messed it up and I don't want to mess up my white side right now. So I'm going to put this back and solve for this corner. Remember how we solved for corners earlier? I'm going to just line it up, which it's already lined up. I'm going to move it away, bring that corner down, and then put it right on back. When I have my white side solved, you'll also notice that that blue-red is exactly where it needs to be. Let's pick another corner. What about this one? Well, let's look for orange-blue. 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 Oh, right here. Orange-blue. Like I did before, I'm going to go to the blue center and line them up. I already put this blue one here. I got to put this blue one here. Since this is where it needs to go over here, I'm going to push this blue that I want to put there away from it so that I can bring this side up. And then I'm going to bring that blue back. It's here again. Then I'm going to solve for white like normal. I'm going to put white back and then solve for the corner. When I solve for the corner, again, it's lined up. Just going to move it away, bring it down, put it back. Okay, cool. So now we have all blues done, all blues. And we're going to focus on these two now. These two are missing, but these two are exactly where they need to be. So let's finish the second phase of the solve by looking for the right colors for these spots. So I'm going to pick this one. It's green, orange. Where is it? Oh, it's right here. See it? Green, orange. I'm going to try to put it here by first making sure it's all lined up to the matching color. I push it away from that spot so I can bring that spot up without interfering with its mobility, and then I bring it back. Now it's lined up again. I put my white back, down here, and then put everything where it needs to go. I need to put this guy back in this corner. The right way is to line it up. It's already lined up for you. Move it away, bring the corner down, and put that corner right on back. Then now I have my second level only missing this one corner, which is colors red and green. Gotta find them. Red and green, red and green. Oh, it's right here, right here. Let's look for how best to put it where it goes. I need to line it up with the right center. This is green, so I'm gonna line it up with green. Found it, perfect. It's lined up now. Now, if this is where it needs to go, I'm gonna push this away so I can bring where I need to go up and then bring it on back. And then solve for white again. Now white is down here. I put these two back where they go, and I'm gonna put this exactly where it goes over here. By, let me show you like that, perfect. It's already lined up. I haven't done anything else. I just kind of moved the cube so you guys can see. It's already lined up, like I just said. I'm gonna move it away so I can bring that corner down and put it right on back. And put it back up, and now my white side is still unaltered, and now I finished my second phase. It's great. If you've gotten to this point without having to pause, or if you've gotten to this point because you already know how to do this, because there are some students in the school who have learned up to this point, that's great. The next step would be to try and solve the top of the cube. Opposite the white solved side is this yellow side. And we need to focus on solving this side now. So you'll notice this pattern here. This is the kind of pattern I want to see so that I can start with the cross. The same way that we started down here with a cross. Down here with a cross. I'm going to try to do up here as well. So what we got to do. We're going to try to do this in an angle you guys can see, and I'll do it nice and slow. Let me see here. Perfect. So we're gonna go ahead and go up. Maybe you can't see from there. This from here is where you had it. Oh, I guess like that's perfect. Nope. How can you see? There. Okay. Ready, and we're gonna go ahead and do this as slow as I can. I don't have a cross yet. I'm gonna do the same thing again. I have to do it till I get the cross. So. Nope, no cross. One more try. This pattern will indicate a cross now. I have a cross. And now, once you have a cross, you're gonna wanna now focus on the next algorithm, which is going to be I now have arrived to this pattern here where I have kind of like a fish. You see it? Not fishy. I kind of need to find a pattern like this so that I can then accomplish solving this side. I got the cross now. Now I need to do the same algorithm I did before again. I'll do it nice and slow again. That was 2 spins. So I finally have the last pieces in for this yellow, and now I want to go ahead and focus on the 3rd stage. Now, everything from the bottom, 1st stage, 2nd stage, all of that was logic. None of it required any algorithms. If you can get up to the 2nd stage of this puzzle without having to use any algorithms, that's great. However, the 3rd level does require memorization of some motions. And if you don't get them now, I totally understand. You can do research on the different algorithms you can use for solving for the 3rd row and solving for the top color. I'm going to go ahead and attempt to go slow again. I know that you can just rewind if you need to, but I'm going to go ahead and focus on now trying to arrange this 3rd phase so that all the pieces are where they need to go. So I guess facing you is better. You're going to pick any side, honestly. There's no orientation. It doesn't matter. I'm going to pick this one here to face us. And then we're going to go ahead down. It's my right hand. Down, front face, down. Then the back here, I'm going to go twice. And then I'm going to go ahead and bring this back up, turn the front face, and then bring this right back over to make this cool little L that I'm now going to turn into an I. Once this happens, this algorithm's pretty much done with, and I just need to make sure my white's where it needs to go. I still have my sides solved here and here, but none of my pieces are still where they need to go. Little by little, they start going exactly where they need to go. Like these two, for example. These are exactly where they need to go. So I'm going to go ahead and turn so that they're away from the screen. So they were on green. Now I'm going to move them away. And then I'm going to go ahead and do this algorithm. I used it before. I'll use it again. I'll go nice and slow. Okay, just in case you didn't catch that, I'm going to do it again. But now that I have this fish pattern that I saw earlier, I'm going to turn the cube and make sure that I do that algorithm on this side of the fish's head. Because if I don't, the side where I can see 2 yellows, if I don't do that, I'm going to definitely mess up my yellow side, and I don't want that. So I'm going to make sure I do the same algorithm I did before, but with my left hand. Up, to the side, down, to the side, up, and then to the side twice. Okay, and then solve for white. It looks like I'll do the same solve again. You repeat that algorithm as many times as you need to until you get this magical pattern. This pattern lets you know you're almost done. I just solved this red side. Opposite this red side is this orange side. The same algorithm I did before that I have memorized and I have practiced and I have used the internet to help me learn is eventually what comes into muscle memory. Let me turn it this way. Okay. Up and to the side, down and to the side, up again, and to the side 2 times, and then back down. And I turn the cube. I have this fish again. I want to do it over here now. It's all about patterns and recognizing patterns in this 3rd stage, which usually is pretty hard for most students. So if you got to this point, please reach out to our school. I'd love to see a solved Rubik's Cube by any one of you. So you go ahead and you look next to the fish's head, and I do the same algorithm. I did that one twice. Oh, I'm back to where I started, but pieces are getting closer to where they need to go. So we're gonna go ahead and do the same thing again. Red is still solved. I'm gonna go opposite red and go to orange. And then I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing again. A lot of it is repetitive. A lot of it's about pattern and recognizing different patterns and when to actually do certain algorithms. If you do them too soon or do them in the wrong time or do it to the wrong pattern, the algorithms won't work. So I'm gonna do it again. Two times. I have this fish's head. I'm just going to turn the cube so I can do it to the blue side. And all I need to do now is on this side of the fish's head, that fish pattern is very important. I'm going to do it to the side that has this yellow corner. I can see two yellows. I'll go ahead and go the same algorithm I did before. And then right on down. That was the last step to solving a Rubik's Cube. If you need to do more research, if you feel like the algorithms that I explained now weren't enough for you, there's plenty of information on the internet to get that third stage. But in my experience, I had to only learn 3 algorithms for this third stage to be solved. Anyways, guys, have a great day. Thank you for joining me. And when thinking about this cube, don't think about it as something you can't solve. There are different stages. And this is a learning experience, and it's not something you're going to get in one day. It took me a whole month to learn. So if you're still stuck in solving for one side, get it. Solve for that one side. If you're still stuck on the second row, keep practicing, because that's the only way you're ever really going to solve one of these, is if you keep practicing and you do some legwork on researching those algorithms, because how I just explained those algorithms, you can replay this video as many times as you want, but you may not get it. So please do that research. Thank you for joining me, and I hope that this was fun for you as it was fun for me. Stay safe and have a great day. Hi guys, one of the most common questions that I'm asked at school is, how fast can you do it? So I'm gonna go ahead and record the fastest time I can.